Hey there folks, I'm Dan Brown from Sort of Interesting and this is Boat Life FAQ number 2, whatever you want to call it. Yes, this is episode 2 of my now quickfire question round. First of all, I've got to say a huge thank you to everybody who's posted comments and messaged me as always. Got the notebook handy. Now, I apologise for how I'm going to mangle all your names, but here's just a quick shout out to a load of people. Nunsweep 421, Connor James Day, or CJD as I like to call him, Dan 0197 Dan, Karmadham, I don't know, Aerofan, Captain Go Lightly, Sean Inglis, Sweetie Pie 000, Joystick Joe 1, and, well, Joystick Joe 1 who asked how does it feel to be my ideal? Well, pretty good I suppose. Anyway, thank you for all the questions as usual. I will from now on be once again going back to answering in writing in the comments section as well, so that you can get a swift answer and then I can shout it out in a video at a later date. We're going to keep this as quick fire and no nonsense as possible, as you're probably used to seeing me ramble on for 10 minutes about nothing in a video. It's extremely hot in here as well. I've got the windows closed to keep our noise levels down. So like I say, any questions or comments you've got, send me a message, send them on Facebook to the Sort of Interesting page, leave them in the comments below, wherever. I'll get back to you there and then I will do one of these videos. Right, let's dive in, quick fire round, go. Why am I in the marina? Well, basically, it's getting very busy out there. As you can imagine, it's the summer holidays and, well, I've been bumped 5 times this year just while I've been on board to see it, and that's been in the quiet times. So I thought, I've never been in a marina before. It's obviously got all your facilities that you want right on tap. The water literally on tap. And so obviously getting out of the mainstream of the canal and letting all the holiday traffic go by for a couple of months, and then I'll head back out and enjoy a bit more roaming in the nice calmer winter canals. Black and grey water disposal. Now I have a cassette toilet on board, which is basically like a camping toilet. Various marinas and roadside, canal side services have places to fill up with water and places to empty toilets like that, as well as if you had one of the big onboard big tank toilets, I don't know, whatever you call them, and those obviously can take an awful lot more wastewater, and that means obviously every couple of months in some cases you tootle up to a place. I believe Chick Marina's got one in fact, and obviously there's other places along the canal that you have a proper pump out toilet facilities. I don't know if you hear that train in the background. It's very hot in here. Grey water, I believe the general term is things like washing up and stuff like that. Nothing that's particularly awful is a nice way to put it. In this case on Tilly, the sinks just run straight out into the canal, so obviously you don't want to pump out any chemicals straight into the water, so it's like you have some nice friendly soap and stuff like that, which I was rather kindly given a nice big hamper of sort of, I don't know, eco-friendly, I don't know, sort of like a camper's hamper of soap and assortments of that sort of nature when I first stepped on board. Toilets, like I say, obviously with Tilly just a cassette toilet, well 2 in fact because I'm fancy, just to empty those as and when at the various facilities along the canal. I will do a proper toilet video because it's something that's surprisingly popular with comments and questions, as I will be getting a brand new cassette toilet soon, probably about a month or so. Don't worry, I have got one until then though. Right, back onto the quick fire round. What do I do for electricity? Well, I can demonstrate with my little rechargeable battery pack. Well, I say little, it's actually enormous. And this nice little solar panel array here. Now these obviously are sort of very portable, small scale things. I am looking very soon in fact to get a proper solar panel put on the roof, a couple of those and a proper big battery to trickle charge. The only things that I have to charge really are my iPhone and iPad, and obviously those, well, it's not like they run through a battery in an hour or so. I mean, I can get a good few days use out of both of them if I am, well, I mean, even recording this video now on the iPad, this charge would still last probably all week if I didn't do too much on it. So that's my current electricity thing. The lights, the water pump, the fridge, that sort of stuff runs off the batteries which are charged by the engine. Sorry if I was looking slightly away from you there, I get confused looking at myself instead of the camera. And so those are obviously charged when the engine's in use. I mean, over the summer, the lights are barely in use. Water pump, I mean, it's not like that's running for hours all day. And the fridge, you may know, I like to drop a bottle or two into the water tank. More on that later, don't get me started. Also on the subject of LEDs, I've got all the old-fashioned tube lights in here, but I am looking to upgrade to LEDs before I leave the marina. It's one of the many jobs, along with a chimney and water tank and goodness knows what else I've got to do. Finally, we'll wrap this up now with a quick question on the boat licence. Now, to keep the boat on the water, you have to have a boat licence, and somebody asked me if that is what entitles you to travel up and down the waterways and canals, and yes, basically that's what it is. Obviously people who are from, well, Canada in this case, but if you're not familiar with the general inland waterways of Britain, then yes, the boat licence for a narrowboat or cruise or whatever you've got is basically your licence to have it on the canals. There are a few exceptions where the canals are owned by an individual thing. I think the National Trust have a couple of little stretches of canal, but those are, in terms of the grand scheme of the canal, very small areas which you would have to pay a small fee to them personally to go on. So, I hope you've enjoyed this quick-fire question round. I hope it's useful for people for just tuning into random boat videos and getting a lot of information about all sorts of areas. Like I say, if you've got any questions, please leave them below. Like the video, like the Facebook page. Feel free to add me or follow me on Facebook or Twitter on my personal accounts as well, that's all good. And, well, I suppose really, till the next time, make sure you check out my narrowboat book on the Kindle, that's The Narrowboat Lad. I'm amazed once again at the support it's had, thank you all so much. Cleared easily 250 copies in its first month, so I mean that's more than I was expecting to sell between now and this time next year, to be honest, so thank you all so much for that. And, well, till the next time, have a great day, see you online soon, and farewell.